students, greeting to you all. I am Aishwarya, your chemistry teacher. I am sure you are enjoying your days at home and doing whatever you want, but time has come. Let's get back to studies. Our school has started online teaching classes and you will be receiving videos every week. Please do listen to videos and take notes. It's wise to spend time in a productive way, children. Start with a prayer and learn every day. Get help of your parents and you can always contact us and your teachers for help and doubt clarification. Let me start the class with an verse. Commit everything you do to the Lord. Trust Him. He will help you. Psalm 37:5. Okay children, let's get into today's video session. In today's class, we are going to learn first chapter in chemistry, session 1. The name of this chapter is Matter and its Composition. In our lower classes, we have already learnt what is matter. Everything that surrounds us is made up of matter. The things which we see, which we touch, feel is said to be matter. In this video, we will be learning about matter, states of matter, properties of solid, liquid and gas. The definition for matter is anything that occupies space and has mass is matter. For example, food that we eat, water that we drink, hair, clothes, pen, chair, etc. The space anything occupies is called its volume. For example, volume of a football is greater than that of a tennis ball. The amount of matter anything contains is called its matter. For example, a full glass of water weighs more than that of a glass of water. Let us see an activity which shows that hair has mass. Let's take two balloons and blow it and then balance the balloon using the ruler. Now prick one balloon. So here in the picture you can see the blue color balloon is pricked. And then you can also see the weight of the yellow color balloon here. So the inflated balloon is heavier than the uninflated balloon. This shows that balloon has mass, that is hair has mass. States of matter. There are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. For example, water. When we boil water, we get water vapor. When we melt water, we get liquid water. That is, when we melt ice cube, we get liquid water, and when we freeze water, we get ice cubes. So these are the three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. The next topic we are going to see is what causes the difference in states of matter. Matter is made up of small particles called molecules. So here in this picture you can see the purple color balls are said to be molecules. So matter is made up of small particles called molecules. And there are some space in between these molecules. You can see here in the picture, and this space is called as intermolecular space. And you can also see the molecules are held together by a force of attraction, and this is called as intermolecular force or cohesion. So here you can see the space in the molecule is said to be intermolecular space, and the molecules held together by the force of attraction is said to be intermolecular force. So, greater cohesion, smaller the intermolecular space. So, here you can see the molecules of solid, liquid and gas. So, in solid you can see there is greater intermolecular force, and you can see the space, there is less space in solid. And in liquid you can see a little bit smaller intermolecular force, and you can see more intermolecular space. And in gas you can see a lot of intermolecular space in between the molecules. The next topic we are going to see is properties of solid, liquid and gas. The first property is shape and volume. So let us see the shape and volume of solid, liquid and gas. For solid, it has an fixed shape and volume, and this is because the molecules are tightly packed, as we seen in the previous slide. And for liquid, it has a fixed volume but no fixed shape, and so it takes the shape of the container or vessel, and this is because not so tightly packed molecules. So here in this picture you can see the shape of liquid. It is in the shape of conical flask. Next, for gas, it is neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. It assumes the volume and shape. So here there is a weak intermolecular force, and you can also know that for gas the intermolecular space is more and the intermolecular force is very less, and this is the reason why it has neither a fixed volume nor a fixed shape. So it expands to fill the container. The next property is compressibility. Compressibility is the ability to move particles close together. So here you can see the compressibility of gases, liquids and solids. For gases, it has the compressibility to a very great extent. So here you can see this is because the intermolecular space in gas is very large, and so it has the compressibility to very great extent. In case of liquid, it has slightly compressibility power, that is compressible to a very little extent, and this is because the intermolecular space in liquid is somewhat larger than the solid. And when we talk of solid, there is no compressibility because the molecules are tightly packed, and so we cannot compress these molecules. So for gases it is highly compressible, and for liquid it is slightly compressible, and for solid it is non-compressible. This is due to the intermolecular space in the gases, liquids and solids. The next property is fluidity. Fluidity means the power to flow. So for solid, it do not flow. So when can we flow the solid? No, we will not be able to pour the solid in the ground. For liquid, yes, we can. It can flow. We can pour the liquid in the ground. Similarly, for gas also, it has the capacity to flow. So here the cohesion, that is the intermolecular force, is very strong in solid but not in liquid and gas, and this is the reason why solid do not flow. The fourth property is thermal expansion. Thermal means being heated. That is, heat is given to the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. So when we heat solid, what happens is, for smaller extent it gets expanded, and for liquid it expands to large extent, and for gas it expands to largest extent. So let me explain this property with three activities for each states of matter. First activity, which shows that solid expands on heating. For this activity, take two wooden blocks and then place a metal rod in between the two wooden blocks. Now, you have to attach a pointer to a pencil as shown in the picture, and then you have to heat the rod. So here rod is the solid substance that we have taken for this activity. So as we heat the rod, we can see that the rod expands and pencil rotates. So by this experiment, we were able to say that on heating, solid expands. That is, the thermal expansion takes place to a very small extent. Activity 2. This activity is to show that liquid has the thermal expansion property. For this activity, we have to take a bottle and a straw and then fix the straw to the bottle containing colored water. We can add any color to the water, and we have to fill the bottle with water, and we have to place the straw on the mouth of the water. Now take down the reading using ruler. Then we have to place the bottle in hot water where you can see rise in water level. So here in the second picture you can see from 1 centimeter to 3 centimeter the water has risen. This is due to the heat that is given to the water, that is liquid. So the water gets expand, and now you can watch the difference in the reading, and this shows that the thermal expansion of liquid substance. So by using this activity, we can conclude that liquid also has the thermal expansion property. The next activity we are going to see is for gas. For this activity, take a bottle and also an balloon. Take an uninflated balloon and fix it to the mouth of the bottle, and place the bottle in a pan containing water. When the pan is heated, the gas expands, and so balloon gets inflated as air in the bottle expands. So when we heat the bottle, the air inside the bottle will expand into the balloon. And when we cool the bottle, the air gets contracts and the balloon becomes deflated as the air contracts. So this shows that air has the property, that is gas has the property of thermal expansion in a larger extent. Some of the daily life application of thermal expansion, or where we can see this thermal expansion in our daily life, or in thermometer. So when we keep thermometer in a hand to check the temperature, you can see there will be an liquid inside the thermometer which will rise, and so with the help of that rise in level we will be calculating our body temperature. So this is also an example for liquid expansion. And then another example is road expansion gaps. So in roads you can see there will be some gaps. This is due to the thermal expansion. And also you can see this type in railway tracks also. I hope you all understood the concept. Let's summarize this concept. The first topic that we have seen is matter. Matter means nothing but anything which occupies and has space, and this matter is made up of small tiny particles called molecules, and there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. In that we have seen about molecules, intermolecular force, intermolecular space. The space between the molecule is said to be intermolecular space, and the atoms held together by the force of attraction is said to be intermolecular force. Then we have seen the properties of solid, liquid and gas. The first property that we have seen is shape and volume, and then we have seen about compressibility, then fluidity, and then we have seen about thermal expansion. Under thermal expansion we have seen three activities for which explains about the thermal expansion of solid, liquid and gas, and at last we have seen the applications of thermal expansion in our daily life. The assignment for this following topics are the following questions. Discuss the properties of solid, liquid and gas. What are the states of matter? Differentiate intermolecular space and intermolecular force. Define molecule. Students, you have to learn these questions for this topic. Meet you all in the next video. Thank you, students.